Hey, sports people, how is sports today? How we doing? Spot on. We are spot on here. Yes, it's your girl. It's Onolapo. I'm great to be here. Yes, it's been, sports never stops. Yes, the leagues in Europe, even here in the MPFL Nigeria, leagues have rounded up and was so much to look forward to. So much, football break. Yes, was straight away to international duties for the players, and but let's say about the at least it was the last match in Europe, the Conference League final um, today between Betis, Real Betis, and Chelsea, Chelsea of London, Stamford Bridge. Yes, and well, we in Nigeria, clubs in England especially, it must be said, have a massive following. I think it's because of the fact that everywhere we can access you can view them, just like the La Liga as well. But special, I don't know, there's special interest here. And so we have lots of Chelsea fans here in Nigeria. We're hoping that today that Chelsea, let's talk of even the fans, who are homegrown, the fans in London. We're hoping that Chelsea will, make history and win at least every particular competition. In Europe, they won everything, the Champions League, Europa, you know, the Conference, every just as one except this one, which is a new tournament. I think it was just from like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So that's why they haven't won that well. It's not time for them. And the coach Maresca was saying, "Oh, we have to compete the players, and they have to win this season." And yes, and immediately they started playing. You saw that Chelsea were head above the rest in the tournament. With only Fiorentina, this Betis as well. I think it was against Zervet or so that's what Chelsea struggled a bit. Apart from that, it's been easy pickings for Chelsea. Very very smooth sailing. Apart from the home loss they suffered, it's very very easy. And I think everyone expected them to get to this stage, the final. So winning it now against Betis, a formidable side. Against Betis, Isco is there. Isco, of course, and of course, the Manchester United Loni was turned out to be, was kind of revamped and resuscitated Betis' resurgence. Yes, people say that. And Sony has done very well. And it costs Man United so much money with Ten Hag then and all that, but for some reason, he was just left out of the squad. And not only him, Rashford did very well in Aston Villa. Now, so I don't know what Man U lost. I think they even lost. Yeah, they lost this afternoon. In I think they're in Malaysia now. All the friendlies there. ASEAN friendly. They lost 1-0. That's Man United now. But back to the Chelsea Betis game, and I was so interesting when they were, I just realized, so our own coach George actually spent 4 years there. I was, interested when I saw him with it, with the cowboy acts in one of the all the documentaries. I'm like, oh wow! So the coach George actually, so it's actually a club that we have history, just like we have African connections with Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea have been known to be a very good place for players, where there's no discrimination. But apparently, that's what's going to be interesting. So fun. Interestingly, Chelsea secured Champions League qualification with their victory. I felt for Nottingham Forest because they have been consistent. My Manchester player, they thought for a long time, and Manchester Nottingham Forest just at the last, 5 6 matches, just let it slip away. And even that day, a victory by Chelsea in their City Stadium, it would have their own stadium, but they wanted to be, and Chelsea 1-0 finished, and Chelsea secured the rights. And of course, um, so Chelsea, even if they win this one, they already have Champions League, which they will go. They won't go to Europa because the winners of this are qualified. Even Betis have qualified for Europa because they finished sixth in La Liga. They've qualified, but unlike Chelsea's case, if Chelsea win, I think the stuff we are assigned to another team. You know, not in England now, but based on I think coefficients and all that. So, but for Betis, if they win, it won't be reassigned to any other. But looking at the game itself, it's going to be tough for both sides, and I think it's for Chelsea are slight favorites. even though those Spanish team have lost in the final, I think for about 24 years now. Any European fan, I think he said, any Spanish team, I guess they wins. So maybe that's a good one for Betis. History on their side. And but the Chelsea are not, I know push was either for the club has won the Champions League twice. So that means Chelsea know how to win. And why I would think maybe Chelsea will have an edge. Yes, East Coast competitions, Anthony's, great, the way he has played and in fact they are saying in Betis now, Anthony should not go. But we don't know if they have enough money to keep him at Betis. But that's another story, another day. But today it's all about the match today. And let's see, I think Jackson will play. Yes, he can play this one. He's not suspended. Jackson will be playing today. And, you know, Opama, of course, he was left out in the rounds before. He's now in. So, Ngoku, I think, is money. So, it's going to be interesting to see how. One thing I know will work for Chelsea, one thing is their bench. And I know when it began, you would coach must give coach Enzo give him his flyers, yeah, because he did very well in squad rotation. Yes, did very well, did very well. So you have they're not I think over 40. I think when they began when Sterling was told to find a place to go and all that. They're no longer that huge, but they're still over 30. So it's still a big squad. So even if over 90 minutes and there's no headway, you believe that Chelsea will just find a way around it. But the fact that and the fact that in finals, English teams are often faltered. Yes, that's another stats that's going into this match. So you think okay, the Betis will, but you know that Betis had a more difficult part. Even the semi-final was difficult for them against Fiorentina. They had to stopping time, before they went on to win. So it's very tight. But if Isco and they are they are game player, but don't forget that even in the La Liga, for about 4 5 matches they couldn't win. But maybe because it's familiar, when there's familiarity in especially in La Liga and all that. But this is England or English team against a Spanish team, so it's going to be tough, as I said. But I just have a feeling that if Chelsea come to the party, they were so ecstatic. Champions League, after Nottingham Forest, after the match, they were, of course they were happy. Everybody wants to play in Champions League, and of course Nottingham Forest were sad and as they lay on the pitch. But if Chelsea can bring their A game, yeah. But according to the form, we really cannot say. But they have a slight advantage because they have very informed bench. The fact that they can call on so many players at the same time. You really can't know. Even Cucurella will come and score. That's what Chelsea are doing for them. So, but I think once we and I think Cucurella just try and stay, Chelsea try and stay and defend well. Because when this is the Sky too, this is the team too who can score. Yes, they can score. So yes, Isco will be there to pull the strings. Antonio will look up to Anthony, for the set piece and all that. But other players too there can come up and spring a surprise. As we know, Chelsea have that. So that's what happens today in Poland as Betis and Chelsea square up in this competition. And someone say, well, this is everybody wants to. Oh no, you can't say nobody wants. This is everybody. Everybody wants a trophy. I was just talking about it that why Tottenham Hotspur should be allowed you know, qualify for the Europa with that win because even they still lost against Brighton last match. And the coach was saying when he said assess the match, assess this season, coach and he coach was saying, oh, this is great. We won a trophy. No, it's not about winning trophy. Yes, it's good. Arsenal was so I said just Arsenal didn't win any trophy, but still did well. When you win a trophy, which is good, and you now lose any other season, Tottenham would have relegated. Unfortunately, it was just because FC Town and Leicester and Southampton just did badly. Tottenham had even you wanted to celebrate Europa, you just couldn't even draw. You still lost again, 17th. Anyway, it's all about Chelsea tonight, and best of luck to the team for neutrals like myself. But I just feel that Chelsea will just edit it. These reasons I've said that they have resources at large and the history that they possess in this